That kind of sucks. But people are falling for it hook, line, and sinker because the lead weights in fishing. Anyway, we're getting meta here. Okay, so then we'll move on to the next article. This next article is all about the Barbie Bulge. I have to say that fast. Barbie's creator wanted Ken to have more of a bulge, but Mattel refused to give the doll a prominent crotch. Barbie creator Ruth Handler. Sorry. I am a child. Wanted the Ken doll to have a bulge, she wrote in her autobiography, but Mattel's all-male teams refused. They're jealous. They're just jealous. Sorry, there's a mic right there. A mic right there. But anyway, we'll just leave it alone. But Mattel's all-male teams refused and gave him a crotch as smooth as Barbie's, she said. Designs included painted-on underwear were also considered for the doll, first released in 1961. Ken would have had much more of a bulge if Barbie's creator got her way. It's all jealousy. And it's probably about the money.
Is that the most prominent thing from her autobiography? That's kind of a weird detail to put in your autobiography.
It's a clicky thing. So Grace Dean over at Business Insider wrote this article. And yeah, it says all-male team was horribly jealous of the size of Ken's bulge. That's not true. It doesn't say anything about jealousy, but it says, quote, when we went about designing Ken, I felt he needed what we all primely referred to in those days as a bulge. Handler wrote in her autobiography, Dream Doll, published in 1994. If you don't know, there's a Barbie movie that's coming out. It may already be out. I've seen a couple of the trailers, but that's about it. It's a musical. Maybe you want to watch it. I don't know.
2023.
Oh, it'll be out soon. Okay. Well, both the all-male design and marketing staffs, which is ironic, however, disagreed. So the groin on the first Ken doll was as smooth as Barbie's. Look at that dude's head. Whoa. Anyway, so Handler saw herself ahead of her time, arguing that there should be at least be a bulge that would suggest realism. Robin Gerber wrote in Barbie and Ruth, her 2000 biography of Handler. Cy Schneider, a Mattel advertising exec, wrote in his 1987 book, Children's Television, The Art, the Business, and How It Works, that company staff weren't sure how explicit to make Ken. A bulge wouldn't be explicit. It might hint that maybe there's something more than plastic there? I don't know. Anyway, they were worried that adding genitalia, a bulge is not genitalia, would cause some others to object, but omitting it could cause the dolls to look like some wounded Hemingway hero, he wrote, which is an odd reference. Is this like a boomer reference that I don't get? When designing the dolls under the Barbie brand, Mattel consulted Ernest Dichter, a psychologist and marketing expert with a specialism in Freudian psychoanalytic concepts. Yes. You must recline the doll and ask about their mother. He pointed out the primary play mood for the Barbie and Ken dolls was dressing and undressing them, wrote Schneider. He questioned whether children would understand that Ken was a boyfriend or comprehend what a boyfriend really was. Would they see Ken as their fathers, brothers, or the boy next door? And if so, was it healthy for them to see him undressed? And when he was naked, why did he or didn't he look like daddy or a brother? Um, so y'all might notice that I kind of look up, and that's because my artificial intelligence that runs ohmTown is running right there. And let's just say that, well, puzzled looks uh, kind of went back and forth.
I mean, I'm kind of surprised how much thought went into this and how much analysis, because that's almost more concerning than the original proposal.
At Mattel, this is a quote. M.G. Lord wrote in her 1994 book, Forever Barbie, the unauthorized biography of a real doll. At Mattel, a storm raged over his genitalia. Yeah, I don't know. How about, should the phrase, man, I really wish somebody would look at my genitalia like somebody was looking at Ken's genitalia, be in my head? I don't know. Lord wrote that Handler had never wanted a doll with a pee-pee showing. Yeah, so it's just a bulge, for crying out loud. If anybody looks at anyone else and says, why don't you have a bulge, while they're naked, they might be a runaway from Area 51. Yeah, I didn't think anything would come from the AI about that. All right, let's move on to the next article.